We love to travel, but the biggest problem many of us face is the cost and expense of traveling the world. There are always ways that you can save money when traveling, but the best place to start is by choosing your destination wisely. This is Katie from Creative Travel Guide, and today we are sharing the cheapest places to travel in the world so that you can make the most of your travel budget. Looking for more travel tips? Make sure you hit subscribe and ring that notification bell. So firstly, let's look at Asia. There are so many cheap places to visit in Asia, and the continent is a great choice for budget travelers. Number 1. Vietnam. Vietnam is a great place to start in Asia, with budget travellers spending around $30 a day. With street food starting at $1, cheap bus and train options available, as well as cheap flights for those who prefer flying, Vietnam attracts all types of travellers each year. There are hostels all over the country so that you can get a night in a decent place for just $5. You can even get a private room in a budget hotel for $15. We've actually got a whole video about how to get around Vietnam. We will leave the link in the description below if you are looking at visiting. Number 2, Cambodia. Cambodia is a place of history. Head to Siem Reap to see Angkor Wat and the amazing temples, and take the tours in Phnom Penh to learn more about the country's suffering. Hostels in Cambodia are cheap and basic, starting at as little as $3 a night. Renting a motorbike for the day is an easy way to explore and costs around $8 per day. Make sure to try the local food in Cambodia too. A decent meal will cost you around $5. My next destination is Laos. Although accommodation is slightly more expensive here, with hostel rooms costing around $10, the food and travel is cheap and the country is beautiful. Visit the stunning waterfalls, quiet towns, and Vang Vieng River for a full day of tubing. My fourth destination is Thailand. Thailand is not as cheap as it once was, but you can still explore the country on a budget. Northern Thailand is considerably cheaper than Bangkok and the Southern Islands, so spend some time exploring Chiang Mai and Pai. If you are looking for beautiful beaches, head to the quieter, less touristy islands and coasts for some good bargains. We have a post about the most beautiful places in Thailand over on That Bangkok Life, so make sure you check it out. We will leave the link in the description below. My next destination in Asia is Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is a traveller's dream. The biggest expense here is the admission to the UNESCO World Heritage Sites, but apart from that, expect to spend around $30 a day on food, transport and accommodation. Taxis and Uber are super cheap, whilst trains between the cities are affordable, easy to use and offer fantastic views. And my last cheap destination for Asia is China. China offers so much variety, and some places can be experienced on a budget. Avoid the big cities and head to provinces such as Sichuan and Dali to save money on accommodation and transport. Use Ctrip to get deals on Chinese chain hotels, with hostels costing around $7, whilst local hotels start at $12. Take advantage of the speed train for affordable travel around the country, with many long distance trips costing as little as $10. Now let's look at Europe. There are many reasons to love Europe, but it is also one of the most expensive continents to travel. However, there are some hidden gems that you can save money in. So my 7th cheap destination in the world is Ukraine. Ukraine is a diverse country with historic sites, friendly locals and colourful cities. Dorm rooms start at $5 with decent hotel rooms costing around $15. Sit down meals can be as cheap as $10 while street food meals can be as little as $2. The next cheap country is Georgia. Georgia is an underrated destination with very few tourists. It is also stunning. Hostel rooms are about $8, but budget private rooms can be just as cheap, whilst local bus rides are around $1. Local restaurant meals cost as little as $3, so you can eat like a king for practically nothing. And my 9th destination is Romania. This is an off the beaten path destination. Romania is the perfect place for budget travel. There are many free attractions around the country, including charming towns and medieval villages. There are also plenty of free walking tours available to choose from. Eat out at lunchtime for just $5 and then head back to your hostel or hotel and cook your own dinners with the easy to find and affordable fresh produce from the local markets. Now my next destination is Czech Republic. Prague is becoming more and more popular, but the country of Czech Republic is still one of the cheapest Central European destinations to visit. Head to the quieter cities, try the Czech cuisine, which is often large in portion size, and use the local transportation to save even more. Rooms start at $12, whilst a decent sit-down meal costs around $10. Now my last European cheap destination is Latvia. With half of the country covered in forest and greenery, this is the perfect place for nature lovers. Visit in the spring or summer to take advantage of the beautiful lakes and rivers, or head here in the winter to experience the amazing Christmas markets and festivities. Hostels in Latvia start at $8, whilst meals cost around $5. Next up, let's look at Africa. There are so many diverse places to visit in this continent, and some are much more affordable than others. Namibia is breathtaking. With some amazing views, there are so many reasons to visit this country. Most accommodation caters to the luxury traveller, however you can travel the country on a budget if you know how. Camp on the government campsites for $15 rather than spending $100 plus on luxury lodges. Use the communal kitchens when possible, and use a 4x4 to get around, splitting the bill with your fellow budget travellers. My next country is South Africa. Explore South Africa to the max because it has a lot to offer. Hostels, guest houses and hotels are referred to as backpackers and are often beautiful and unique, costing as little as $12 a night. You can find grocery stores everywhere, so cook your own meals to save money or eat out for around $12. My next destination is Morocco. Morocco caters to all types of travellers and is great for those on a budget. Dorm rooms cost around $5, whilst street food snacks can be found for under $1. Better still, you can find some fantastic package deals when travelling from Europe, so shop around for a stress-free trip. My next destination is Uganda. Uganda is opening up to tourism more and more, making it a fantastic place to visit. Skip the mountain gorillas if you are on a budget and instead spend some time trying the local food and exploring the sights. If you stick to the local food, you can get some simple tasty dishes for around $2. It is also recommended to look for accommodation on arrival, as many hostels have limited internet access, meaning they won't be advertising on booking.com. However, rooms cost between $10 to $30, but you can also bring a tent and use the camping sites available. My next country is Egypt. Flying to Egypt is your biggest expense, but once you arrive, you will find cheap travel is possible in this famous country. You can find dorm beds in some of the biggest cities for as little as $7, whilst first-class train tickets cost $13. Local meals start at $3, and even tours to the pyramids can be found from $15. And my last Africa destination on this cheap travel guide is Zanzibar. Zanzibar is a cheap holiday destination in Africa with some of the best beaches in the world, a rich culture and dark past. Dorm rooms cost $13 whilst private rooms cost $30. Taxis start at $2 whilst cheap local dishes cost $4. Moving on to the Americas. There are some very expensive places to visit in the Americas, but there are also some cheap destinations too. So my first destination is Mexico. Of course we were going to start with Mexico. With a wealth of culture and historic sites, many people flock to Tulum with expensive resorts and tours available. However, head to Mexico City and the less touristy destinations and states to travel Mexico on a budget. You can find hostels and private budget rooms for as little as $10, whilst amazing food in a restaurant can start at $5. My next destination is Guatemala. Looking for an adventure on a budget? Guatemala is for you. With jungles, ruins and volcanoes all over the country, there is plenty to do in this incredible and cheap destination. A full local meal costs as little as $3, whilst accommodation starts at $10. You can also catch a bus across the country from $5 to $10. Now the 20th destination on this cheap travel guide is Colombia. This colourful country is growing in popularity because of its affordable options. Visit the museums, head into the Amazon, or experience some of the world's best dive sites in this picture-perfect destination. Splurging on a luxurious villa or hotel will cost as little as $40, whilst hostels start at $8. Buses around the country start at $10, whilst domestic flights can be found for under $50. Now my next destination is one of my favourites, Las Vegas. I love Vegas, and believe it or not, you can visit Vegas on a budget. Head in the off season to get better deals and take advantage of the free attractions on offer. You can stay on the strip for as little as $30 a night if you stay at some of the cheaper hotels such as the Luxor, the Strat and Excalibur. Or head over to Fremont Street for $20 deals. Use the bus to get around or take the monorail along the strip, as well as the free tram between Mandalay Bay, Luxor and Excalibur. You can use Vegas.com for discounted show tickets and check out Groupon for restaurant deals. We have more tips on saving money in Las Vegas over on Creative Travel Guide. I will leave the link in the description below. Now my next destination is Bolivia. Visit the Salt Flats and Death Road as well as the Amazon in Bolivia. Hostels start at $8, but you can get a 5-star luxury hotel for just $30 as well. And my last destination on this budget travel guide is Savannah, Georgia. US travel is never going to be that cheap, but Savannah is a great place to visit in the US on a budget because it is one of the prettiest cities and one of the cheapest. Hotel rooms and guest houses start at $35, often with complimentary breakfast, while many of the main sites are free. So that's it guys, that is 23 of the cheapest places to travel to in the world. Where are you planning to head to next? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and hit subscribe for more travel tips, and until next time, stay creative.